Welcome everybody to this beautiful session today on this Sunday in November. I'm your tech host today. If you have any difficulty, send me a direct message and I'll sort you out as soon as possible. Make yourselves comfortable, get something to drink. We're all over the globe once again. And for today's session, for the introduction, I hand it over to our beautiful Gemma.
Thank you, Wouter. I shan't keep you too long because I want to pass you over to our special guest as soon as possible for her to bring her magic to us. But it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Jenny Lynne Sessions, Jenix, to the Light Aura Collective. She is an ambassador of unity, love and light, and very much shares in our message. And she's someone I've worked with one-to-one personally, and who has brought great transformation to my life. And she is full of love, joy, fun, laughter. She takes you on a wild journey through your imagination. I can't wait to hear what she's got in store for us today. So yeah, I won't keep you any longer. Please enjoy and revel in her magic. Over to you, Jenny.
Oh, thank you, Gemma. Thank you, Wouter. And hello, everybody. I'll have a little wave. I love it. All these little boxes start waving. It's like I'm not very good at tech, but I'm starting to appreciate lots of little bits of it that are really fun. So yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you, Warriors of Light Collection. It's a real privilege to be here. And gosh, let's take a couple of breaths, shall we? Let's just me too. Let's take a couple of breaths really, really deeply in, more generous than usual, perhaps. Really mindfully in and mindfully out, just allowing that breath to travel on down through those lovely feet, little roots sprouting out and taking a little journey way down in the deep red soil of Mother Earth towards perhaps a beautiful crystal at the center that is light, colors, pulsing, full of energy. Just allow your roots to gently meet and wrap around and feel held in a gentle but strong anchored way. Allowing your breath to bring that energy up through your body very gently into your heart space. You might just fill that heart space with whatever light color comes to you right now. Just allow that energy to heighten in frequency, fill you up. Sometimes I see the cells of the body just kind of filling with light, and then they kind of get all skittish and they nudge each other because it's so nice, and they get all fat and round and full of light, and they just kind of elbow each other, and it goes ting 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 ting. So just in your own way, just see that kind of lovely light going around the body, tickling the cells awake, as you just find a comfortable way to be where you are right now. Just taking maybe another breath up through all that light, up through the crown of your head into the star nation, and just welcoming that beautiful black velvet sky, and way beyond that, and the stars of which we are a part. Just feeling that connection way up there, and the breath moving effortlessly down, up, through, and just resting with light and vibrancy in your heart space again, kind of building. You might like to just watch it a little bit like a metaphor of your inner fire throughout the hour, and just notice if it's becoming lighter and brighter. If maybe it's starting to dull a little bit. Is it how you want it to be? How is your inner fire? Is it furious and needs a little bit of nurturing? Is it a little bit struggling and needs a bit more light and a bit more TLC? You might just hold that idea within you in whatever way feels good, and just see where are you burning bright? Where are you needing a bit more love and attention? And we'll just sit for a moment and just invite you to be present with that before we kick off. Just greeting yourself, honouring yourself for being here, the journey you've taken so far. What amazing beings you are, we are, and how much we can kickstart each other's shine when we're shining. And take another really big breath and just let it out with a sound if you have one. Whether you're on mic or off mic, it doesn't matter. You're in your space with you and Creator right now, as well as all of us. So just see what sound you need to make right now. What does your body need to release? Just notice if that feels easy, difficult, comfortable, not comfortable. No judgment, it's all fine. Just being aware to what is great, with compassion. And then I'm just going to invite you to just create an Om sound, that beautiful sound that encompasses so very much in such a simple way. But just so wherever we are, we're putting that pulse out, that sound out as a collective, as a group, and just intending that to vibrate through us and out beyond wherever it needs to go. So in your own time, just take a big, big breath and just do a couple of Oms and really be present with that in your body and where you intend it to go after that. And just see what word comes to you now. If I invite you to say, maybe in the chat box, what are you grateful for right now? Or if you want to, if Wuta's okay with it, and we just open the mics, just everybody share one word. I'm not sure how many people are with us. If there's loads and loads, then could a few people on behalf of all speak and just put a few words into the space. What are you grateful for right now? Awesome. We've got freedom, health, breath, life, love. This lovely community.
Togetherness.
Forgiveness, did you say?
Togetherness.
Togetherness, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And I pulled a card, which is Ant Spirit, and it says time to collaborate. And it really is the time, not of the lone wolf anymore, for all of us medicine magical people to come together and create more magic. And the other card was Wolf Spirit, which is turn knowledge into wisdom. And the biggest thing for me is that feeling of like making enough space for spirit to dance with us, because our minds are so busy, aren't they? We do so many things and we should be here and we wish we'd been there, and it's harder to come back in and just be still and go, wow, I'm freaking here, and here's where it makes a difference. So I just open that up to, you know, nothing. I'm not going to say anything that you don't already know. I'm just kind of reminding you of a few things that hopefully will be great for you. But that one's a real big one for me. It's like when I can let my let love be my guiding star, then I start to let spirit in, and spirit dances with me in a way that's of benefit to all people, because I'm not just coming from here in my driven way or anxious way or whatever that is. Does anyone relate to that? The difference when we're flowing and we're growing, rather than we're kind of pushing it up the mountain and getting all crabby about it. Yeah, absolutely, Wuta. Thank you for the picture. Yeah. Okay, cool. So thank you very much. And where shall we begin? I think I'd like to share a little song with you, which, if we have time to sing later, it'd be great if you can join in. And if you like it, I can get Gemma to put the words up so that you can sing it for yourself if you want to. And it's one I use. It came to me some years ago, direct from spirit, and it's a really nice little song to open a space in a sacred way if there isn't huge amounts of time. So it kind of goes like this. Earth and water, fire and wind, the elementals are our friends, anchoring this sacred space. Show us where we lose our grace. Heya, 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 hey, hey, yo. Heya, 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 hey, hey, yo. Hold the gifts that you've been given close to you, close to you. You're the only ones who can bring them alive. Energize, energize. Ho! Join me. Heya, 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 hey, hey, yo. Heya, 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 hey, yo. Hold the gifts that you've been given close to you, close to you. Energize. Ho! Heya, 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 hey, hey, yo. Heya, 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 hey, hey, yo. So just take a breath and check out your fire. Oh, quick palm rub. So whatever energy is running through you now, just focus into your hands. See that little fire burning in there, a reminder of your amazing, potent, powerful light. Feeling that burn, feeling that heat rising, and then just stop for a moment as I ask people to just consider blessing their hands and giving gratitude to your hands, because they are amazing and they let us do so many things, physically, energetically, and all levels. And just place that hand gently over this little spot here, which is just at the bottom of the throat, soft spot. It's often known as the coming home place. Excuse me, place the other hand over the top. And just close your eyes and just move into the warmth of your own hands on your own beautiful being and your own electromagnetic field. And just come home for a second. Who is this amazing being? Just send her or him or they some love right now in this beautiful moment of connectedness all together. So take a breath and thank you so much for connecting in. I feel like we've done a weekend already in the nicest possible way. So yeah, I'm Jenny Lynne Sessions, and I'm known as Jenix, and I've been on I suppose, a very shamanic journey for many lifetimes apparently, and this one is definitely been a challenge, also been very magical, and I'm really feeling a sense of the phoenix rising and being a pearl from the wreckage, which is a memoir in a book that's coming out at the end of the month. And I just feel like everybody's phoenixes are rising, and that doesn't always mean it's like, well, hey, here we go. It's like, this is such a great big time of change, as we all know. We're having to choose, how do we want to walk forward in ways that we didn't even know, or we don't even know yet how to be. And we're letting go of so much stuff that's been comforting, not necessarily helpful to our soul path. You know, I notice myself, there are things I hold on to that aren't that great, and yet I've got used to them being part of my structure. But are they great for me in this change of vibration? Not really. Which means coming to terms with lots of little deaths here and there, and how do we make those little deaths become breakthroughs for new life and seeds to plant for new life? Does everybody kind of resonate with their version of that? Yeah, and it feels like, again, in this time, it's so important that we take the power back to our own hearts, so that we can then hold hands with a risen vibration and make a collective difference in the ripple effect we have energetically, which is much more powerful than rushing out and rescuing each other, or getting caught up in, you know, in the that kind of focus in oneself. So I see so much now of, like, a bit like the ant spirit, the collective power we all have when we're vibrating at a higher frequency and helping each other. When we fall off that and we're falling, you know, we're in a place where it's a really bad day and it's like, God, I don't think I want another one. It's really awful. And I can't tell anybody that because I'm a therapist or whatever it is. And it's like, you know, it's like, hell, you just want to be able to say, I'm a human being and it's shit right now, because sometimes it really is. And sometimes it's just totally magnificent, and you want to celebrate that with as many people as possible, and everything in between. So I just want to honor the everything in between and both the polarities, because I know I swing through, you know, the whole bloody lot. And I know that when I'm called, I need to come into my connection with spirit even more and take responsibility for where I am, what I need to move out of the way. How do I become a hollow bone so that I can deliver in that truthfulness of that moment, because that's my responsibility. And I really appreciate that when I can work with that and share that with other people and hear their versions of that. So the song that you heard in the beginning feels very important because it has a life of its own. It's an encoded power blessing song, and the chorus came directly from spirit. Some of you might experience that. A lot of things happen with me through transmission, as well as, you know, the words and everything else, but there's another energetic level to what seems to occur through me as a conduit. And the song just felt really, really important to weave into the book, because it's like the spine of the book, and it feels like the essence on which I hang me, but I'm just the me in all of you, and you're the you in all of me. And it's kind of, it's that dance of the power, opening up, sharing the power of gratitude, and also the power we have to turn trauma to treasure, and also the power right now of becoming ambassadors of unity and truthfully being connected to spirit as one together in this kind of, like, I guess you call it spiritual army, but army's too strong, too harsh a word. And so I guess the song is really about that, and to tune into that and kind of open another level of vibration in that level. So it's a song, if you've got it and you want to download it, it's really more powerful if you make an intention before you listen to it, and then see what difference it makes to you. You can play with that and see what happens. I'm going to take you in a minute on a little journey, a little spirit song journey. And before I do that, I would love to just read something to you, which I have a feeling will touch you. I hope it will. And you can all stick thumbs down if it doesn't, and I'll stop, because you're in control, not me. This is called A Spiritual Conspiracy by Brian Piragrozzi. I don't know if anybody's heard that poem before. On the surface of the world right now, there is war and violence, and things seem dark. But calmly and quietly at the same time, something else is happening underground. An inner revolution is taking place, and certain individuals are being called to a higher light. It is a silent revolution from the ground up. This is a global operation, a spiritual conspiracy. There are sleeper cells in every nation on the planet. You won't see us on TV. You won't read about us in the newspaper. You won't hear about us on the radio. We don't seek any glory. We don't wear any uniform. We come in all shapes and sizes, colours and styles. Most of us work anonymously. We are quietly working behind the scenes in every country and culture of the world. Cities big and small, mountains and valleys, in farms and villages, in tribes, in remote islands. You could pass by one of us on the street and not even notice, because we go undercover. We remain behind the scenes. It is of no concern to us who takes the final credit. but simply that the work gets done. Occasionally we spot each other in the street and we give a quiet nod and a continuous wave. During the day, many of us pretend we have normal jobs, but behind the full storefront at night is where the real work takes place. Some of us are the conscious army. We are slowly creating a new world with the power of our minds and hearts. We follow with passion and joy. Our orders come from the central spiritual intelligence. We are dropping soft, secret love bombs when no one is looking. Poems, hugs, music, photography, movies, kind words, smiles, meditation and prayer, dance, social activism, websites, blogs, random acts of kindness. Releasing grudges, letting go of judgments. We each express ourselves in our own unique ways, with our own unique gifts and talents. Be the change you want to see in the world. This is the motto that builds our hearts. We know it's the only way real transformation takes place, and we know that quietly and humbly we have the power of all the oceans combined. Our work is slow and meticulous, like the formation of mountains. It is not even visible at first glance, and yet with it entire tectonic plates shall be moved in the centuries to come. Love is the new religion of the 21st century. You don't have to be a highly educated person or have any exceptional knowledge to understand it. It comes from the intelligence of the heart, embedded in the timeless evolutionary pulse of all human beings. Be the change you want to see in the world. Nobody else can do it for you. We're now recruiting. Perhaps you'll join us, or already have. All are welcome. The door is open. Ahom Takyo Yasin. I'm going to just take a breath and just put a word in the chat if that has any connection for you or resonance. Thank you. Well said, beautiful, that struck deep. Yes, definitely service, enlightening, finding my purpose. Great, thank you so much. And that just really struck me when I was given it. It just feels like one of those beautiful threads in a new tapestry, in a new weave of the new seeding of a new world that we're slowly creating by coming home to ourselves and then shining out again. So thank you. I'm going to call in a spirit song and sing to you and just shift the frequency a little bit. And I would invite you to just make yourself as comfortable as you can in whatever way you want to do that, and just to receive that vibration as much or as little as you feel you want to. And then when I've done that, I'm just going to speak you into another kind of little journey, and then we will come out of it again and see what's happened, see where you've been. So take a breath, make yourself comfortable, and I feel really grateful to be here. I love the energy already, and thank you for having me. So you might like to make your intention just for opening this part of the journey, whatever's in your heart. Yo ye mako ye manuka ye yo ho ye yo mama ko ya yo ho ye Mama ko shama kwelo, hey mama ko shamai, hey mama ko shama ko ye ha, hey ya ho ya hey ya ho, hey mama ko ye mama ko yelo, maya ko yo ho shama ko ye. Yama ho ye, mama mako ye, asha mama ko ya haya no. Hey mama, hey mama, oh, shama kwe wo, yama kwe yo na. Hey mama ko shama kwe yama ku ye una, oh mama kwe ya ho ya hey. Hey yo, hey ya, hey ya, oh, hey ya, hey ya, oh, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, oh, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya, hey ya, oh, hey yo, oh, yama, oh, yama, oh, ya, hey, oh, huh, oh, huh. Oh ya mo ya hey ya hey yo ya 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 oh ya oh hey ya we ya kukama ya ma oche oche aya aya oh ay ya oh aya oh ya oh ay 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 ayo, ayo, ayo. And just take a breath and just sit with your eyes closed in a gentle space, open and receptive, as much or as little as you feel is good. And we'll just go on a little journey a little bit further. Make sure your feet are on the ground, bringing heaven to earth. Just connecting in with your awareness of you in the room right now. So I'm going to invite you to take a little journey. And if at any point you don't feel comfortable with where we're going, then listen to your heart and make it work for you. So please just imagine that you're walking across a beautiful landscape, wherever that is for you. And you're just aware of the time of day, whether there's a light breeze blowing on your cheeks, moving your hair slightly, touching your skin, whether it's a high wind, whether the sun is shining, whether it's raining from the sky, whatever the weather is, just allow it to be with you. Welcoming in the elements, as you walk barefooted, connected to whatever your earth is for you right now. And you're walking with the trust and enough space around you for spirit to join with you. Ceremony lives in the spaces between words too. So just notice how you're feeling and bring in any spiritual guides, any people, spirits that you work with that are part of your team to walk with you. It's a joyful thing. And as you're walking, you kind of hear a little sound behind you, and you turn around and there's this beautiful wolf that is just walking with you, kind of a little bit behind you, waiting for you to turn around and say, hey, come join me. And if you want to do that, do it. Welcome this spirit. Welcome this wise teacher to help you turn knowledge into wisdom and wisdom into magic. You greet this beautiful animal in whatever way you do. You can feel that thick depth of fur, the breath of these animals on your face, on your hands. You look into his eyes or her eyes. What do you see? But you know you've got to walk together right now in a beautiful way into a little bit of magic. And as you continue your walk, you notice that this wolf has brought you a piece of wood. And that piece of wood, have a look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood. What does it look like to you? This piece of wood holds a magic. It holds deep connection. And you're going to place this piece of wood on the ground as you enter into a very magical forest gateway. You're aware of when you leave the land that you're walking on and you walk into this amazing kind of, it's almost like an arch. It looks quite dark, but it's not scary. But it's a place you know is a slightly different place from where you are right now. And you place this piece of wood on the ground and it's your threshold marker. And if you choose to, you step over it gently with your wolf close by and any of your guides that are with you. And you know that you're stepping from ordinary reality into non-ordinary reality. And that's fine because you know the way back and we will come back the way we came. So at this moment in time, notice as you step over, what is your intention? What do you want to bring out of this magical journey for yourself to serve you really, really well at this time, this moment in time? Just hold it in your heart. And if you don't know, don't worry about it. Just invite whatever needs to come to you, and it will be just as it's meant to be. So you walk a little way into this forest, and there's the most incredible smell of perfume. What does it smell like to you? Beautiful, magical, deep perfume that's hanging in the air. I have a sense that it's made up of many, many tones, many depths of many things, and it may speak to you in a particular way. As you walk, you've become aware of the fairy folk. You can't see them, maybe you can see them, but you know they're there, you can feel their presence. And they're very excited by your arrival. Word's gone round, the birds in the trees, you can feel movement, you can see the leaves falling where little animals are whizzing about. It almost feels like a welcoming committee is gathering for you. And as you walk deeper and deeper into the woods with absolutely no fear, but if you do feel fear, it's fine, just meet it. Welcome it to the table and then let go. A little way ahead of you, there's a kind of luminescence. And it's almost like candlelight flickering in a grove. And you know your heart feels like you're walking into something very beautiful, mystical, magical, powerful. And as you get closer, you smell wood smoke. And you start to see the flames dancing of a fire. And you start to hear the sounds of gathering, people, animals, spirits, all beings of the high vibration. There's a meeting, and you are the guest. And as you arrive closer and closer and closer, you see there are many, many animals there, many, many animals. Maybe there's some of your own animals that have passed. There are many, many beings there from all times and spaces, across all timelines. And they're all there with help in mind. They're high vibrational beings bringing healing. And there are circles within circles, circles of people, circles of animals, spirit beings, energetic fields that you're moving through, and you're almost like a child in that innocent state of, oh my goodness, this is a special moment in my world, in my life right now. Be open, be present, but also know your boundaries. Anything doesn't feel right, notice and take care of it. But it's a beautiful, peaceful place with a lot of lovely energy. Colours dance in the air. Maybe you see chakras and energy spots and little lights, little blue lights, little white lights, coloured lights. It's very, very magical. You're invited to go to the centre where the fire is and form a circle. And there are so many of you. There are way more people than just in this meeting. There are people from everywhere that have been invited to come to this moment. People from places that are invisible, the seen and the unseen, everybody's there. But everybody is circling like a beautiful human and non-human mandala around this beautiful blazing fire that is so deeply magical and full of treasure. And as you stand there, you start to breathe and you just drop yourself into an absolute presence. And you're asked to hum. And in a moment, that humming begins, and you feel the hum in your own lips of your own humming, but you also feel the vibration of all these people around you humming. There's an amazing wave of sound building. And as that happens, you start to feel any negativity just drop out of your cells. Everything, it shifts its frequency. The higher the frequency, the more the low vibration seeks to rise to meet it. And you start to have this incredible feeling in your body of like really being at home in who you truly are. You start to hold hands and you see how big the circle is. And then you are invited to move slightly to one side and lie down as if you're like a wheel, so your heads are in the center. In the center there is an absolutely magnificent, beautiful crystal. So you lie down, and as you lie down, you notice that there are an incredible number of new spirits coming, and the animals and the spirits form an outside circle around you. And what's going to happen is they're going to start pulsing pure energy and light your way for you to take as much as you want or as much as you don't, as little as you want. So as you're breathing and that circle starts to pulsate the light, nobody's doing anything to anybody. They're just vibrating at a super high level, and you are able to absorb that and take it if you choose. They see you as whole, they see you as healed, they see you as perfect. And you just lie there for a moment and you're experiencing the compassionate love of the animals, the high vibrational healing light. And you are lying there thinking about allowing that light to absorb the frequencies, the sounds and the colours. You might feel like a flower in the desert opening up to the first rains. Bring yourself into a place where you can be receptive to this pure, bright energy, just to fill you up so you vibrate in a way that maybe you haven't for a while. And you see that energy moving into those duller places, places that are tired, places that feel too stretched, the places that might feel undernourished. And there's nothing to do but receive at whatever level you feel you want to. And the beings that are just standing there, giving, fully connected. Just take a few minutes to lie there and see how that appears to you, how it feels to you. There are birds song in the trees, there's flute playing in the distance, the wood smoke is dancing around you, and all is very, very well as you peacefully take a few moments to be fully present. Ia chomana koya, ia ho Yahweh, ia ho ia cha, ia gu, ayano, oh, ia na ho. Oh, ay, ay, Oh, yeah, you. Ay, 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 you. Oh, 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 oh. You're aware of your beautiful wolf very close by. He puts his nose in your hand and imparts a message to you. Receive it in your heart and allow yourself to know exactly what that message is. What is the medicine this beautiful creature is imparting to you right now for your highest good? And you take a very deep breath, and ever so gently you start to make moves to stand. As you stand, you look around and you see these incredible beings. You see the light in each other, you see the light in yourself. You give thanks to the seen and the unseen, this incredible experience, and you gently move outward so that you are forming a circle with these beings, with the central fire, the fire central now. And as the fire is blazing strongly, brightly, happily, contained in a way that doesn't stop its freedom, but it's not out of control in any way, it's just really, really pulsing and burning in a beautiful way. I invite you to visualize anybody you know that needs the light, that needs that vibration, that needs support, any place, any person, any animal, any energetic space. It doesn't matter. Just imagine bringing them into that central area. And as you stand there full of your own light and your higher vibration, I'd like you to hold your hands up, and I'd like you to just offer that light and offer that power and healing to all of the beings and things that are in that central place with that fire. Again, you're not imposing anything upon anybody or anything. You're just standing there in your own true light, becoming your own medicine, and allowing that light to be absorbed by people, places, energetic spaces, animals, past, present, future, wherever it's needed, with everybody being seen in their highest perfection. For a few moments, and have that feeling of your own connectedness, so everything that might be absorbed is not taking away from you, it's coming through you through a spiritual connection, because you're full, and you see that light just spread beyond you, beyond the beings, the people, the things in the center, through the fire, out across timelines. Follow the light, be aware of the light, but stay connected to you in this imagery. You may be aware of things transforming in your own visionary landscape. Just notice whatever it is that speaks to you or comes to you in whatever way you receive that kind of information. Just welcome it. You see some of those places or people or animals, energetic spaces starting to change, starting to absorb that light, become healed, become changed, become whole, become more vibrant, become more connected in the truth of the heart of its mission. The ripple effect is powerful. Onward and outward and upward and downward, as above, so below, as within, so without. And you're aware of your own heart beating, your own light shining in the collective space of this magic. And it's almost time now to just bring yourself back into a place where you're ready to close that down, not send it away, know it's there, but just to bring yourself back into your space, ready to turn and return home to you in this space here. You do whatever you need to do. Maybe you have a drum with you, maybe you have a rattle with you, maybe you use your voice, but in whatever way you choose, you give thanks to the seen and the unseen. You give thanks to the experience and whatever has come through to you. You give your gratitude, and whatever benefit you may take, may it be for the benefit of all beings. And you take your message in your heart from your wolf and you turn and you begin to walk away. And the spirits and the animals and the beings are all sad to see you go, but grateful you've been. Because nothing is the same as it was. It can't be. And as you leave, you walk slowly, and you're aware of how many of you are walking outward from that circle now, to all corners of the world. Again, both physically, energetically, time, space, it's all one. But you're connected, and you walk with your wolf, who's still with you at this point. Connected to the earth, you feel the soil. So you walk out of that beautiful woodland, and it just dissolves and disappears. It's always there, it's always not there. Wherever you want it to be, you can bring it. You can return in whatever way you need to. But right now, your focus is coming back into your body, into your intention for bringing your magic back with you, any benefit that you've got, any magical inspirations, any sense of healing. And you start to bend down and say goodbye to your beautiful, wisdom-filled teacher, the wolf. Maybe some of you know already. Maybe he's a new wolf. He or she is a new wolf. Say your goodbyes in a beautiful way, and then come back into the space that you're in right now, in your seat, connected to all these beautiful people, breathing again, and just being aware of your inner light, your inner fire, how you're feeling. Take a really, really big breath and just let it out with a sound, maybe 2 or 3 breaths, and just really kind of like shrug your shoulders, stretch yourself a little bit, just really arrive back home. Giving thanks to you, what an amazing multi-dimensional traveller. As we think, so shall it be.